I get a lot of stick for supporting Uniparty because everybody knows me to be a neutral voice and I've never joined a political party. So, nice to meet you today, and I want to tell you why I support. I've been doing this for 10 years. I met you in 2019 probably. And the one thing I've noticed, everybody's keen to get on the telly and everybody's keen to do a podcast and do the glamorous thing, politics, and get the name in lights and get noticed. But I've repeatedly seen you come in at grassroots level and do what it takes to make a difference. To people like this today, cancer, there's no glamour in that. It's just hard work. And it comes with a lot of responsibility. So I'm explaining myself because you must find it strange that I've never joined the party and I've never really gone full in. But the only way I can be productive and honest is to stand back from it all and see what goes on.
Yeah, I mean, look, there are two very different worlds. The idea that Twitter, or X, as it now is, I mean, you know, come to Morecambe, this is the real world. You know, I've been to the Morecambe Veterans Breakfast Club this morning, and everybody there from like 28 to 88 who've served in the forces or whatever they've done. And then, you know, you come here. Do you know, this town didn't have a reform prior to February. Here we are this morning, we've packed the pub out. We've got candidates for every seat. So I think sometimes people obsess too much with what's been said and done online. And it's kind of, a lot of these people online, they're sort of all getting their Victoria Cross winners. But they don't realise that real politics is about getting out, meeting people, building a party. And, you know, it's difficult sometimes not to get frustrated by some of the silly actions that people do. But you know what? On May the 1st, or rather, more accurately, on May the 2nd, when people wake up, you're going to see what we've done. And I think actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, I think you're right. During the 2019 general election, I called the election right. I said that Labour were tanking support because no way that decent Labour people would give their vote to Jeremy Corbyn. And it wasn't Boris that won the election, it was Corbyn that gave it to him. And I feel, because my message box is telling me the same story again and again, these Labour voters need somewhere to place that vote. And they're not going to go to something too right-wing, and they're not going to go to something too Tory. And they won't trust the Tories again. They're a spent force. So I predict, and I'm doing it now, that in an election, I think that you'll get an awful lot of support from people who are just fed up with fake politics, fake career politicians, and being too far either side.
Yeah, and look, you know, we attract equally. I mean, here in Lancashire, right, in these county elections, we've got to get people to come to us from both the Labour and Conservative parties. Do you know what? We will. We will. And I think most of our policies represent just plain common sense, the kind of thing people talk about around the family dinner table. And, you know, yeah, this sort of, you know, this fringe who want sort of this party to be a hard right, it's not going to be that. It just isn't going to be that. It's going to be a common sense party. If you don't like it, get off. Yeah. But tell you what, Joe Public does. Yeah. I've got to go.
Okay.
Campaign the fight.
Thank you.